It's almost done. My Keurig. We need some coffee shop music. We are born innocent. Believe me, Adia, we are still innocent. I was jamming out to some Avril Lavigne, singing some Sarah McLachlan. And that's some good stuff right there. All right, let me pull something up here. How you doing? Hey, Norma, how's it going? Wow, I actually was gonna. Hey, Carla, while I'm getting started here, let me just tell you, first and foremost, I wanted to say that I was listening to Joyce also before I was jamming out to Avril, and she was talking about how, you know how you build up anger inside? It's like a pressure cooker. And when you do that, you know, what does a pressure cooker do? What does the teapot do? What does the fox do? What is that? I forget the fox thingy. Do you remember that? Hey, Sweet Wheat. Hey, Amanda. But she said something which was really great. And I think when you're responding to negative behavior and you're trying to express yourself, there's a difference between expressing yourself, which we've all made the mistake of doing it the wrong way. I know I have. But anger feeds off of, you know, your response and what you feed it. So anything you don't feed, remember this. Hey, Lufa, I love you. Anything that you do not feed will die. It won't survive. But that goes also to, I also want to say about that, if you feed something positive to something, like let's say you change your diet, right? And you start eating stuff that's better instead of bad for you, then you can change for the better, right? Hey, Angelina. So I believe what Joyce said firmly. I firmly agree with that. Hi, Patricia. However, I also think that you can feed a negative situation something positive, and then it can change for the better. Does that make sense? You know, like if we're overweight or if we're lacking nutrition, maybe too skinny, we eat differently. So feed that negative situation differently and see how it turns out. And that applies well to all of us here on YouTube, doesn't it? Hey, Jeremiah. Hey, Connie. So there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you saw Diane's channel last night. Diane is a great lady. I wanted to read a comment on there that I had left, and a response that was on there. But before I get to that, I also wanted to respond to something that was bugging me. And this is positively. Okay, there's a difference. I'm not feeding it junk food. Nikki, get the hell out of here. Oh, good. You understand? Hey, Shell. So if you guys didn't see yesterday, Mexi was on Zav Girl's channel, which, by the way, I'm going to say it. Mexi sent me his Chris Watts song this morning. Not going to share it with you. It's amazing. I'm not going to say anything, but imagine dark Eminem Stan vibes, or tears go gonna wondering why I got out of bed at all. It's got that vibe to it. It's, oh God, it's, I think it is the best song Mexi has ever made, ever. But of course, you know, I can't show it to you because he would kill me. Really, he would. So he might even get mad that I said that, but I don't care because it's so good. And I hope he shows it to you guys tonight when he does his concert, because he's doing his concert tonight, I think in like 7 hours. Anyways, not going to say the name, but somebody left a comment saying, I'm confused. And they're talking about, hey, the glare, they're talking about if you believe there's ghosts in the Watts house or something, which I don't. I think they're demons. So people don't really listen very good. This person says, I'm confused. If you believe in God and what's in the Bible, why make a video about paranormal in their house? If Shanann wanted anyone to solve the case, why would she go to random people and not bug the police, especially Tammy? from the CBI. First of all, Shanann's never reached out to us. We're not, especially me, I'm not. Mexi is not a medium, a psychic, or anything like that. We're both Christians. We do not believe that it's ghosts in the house. We think that it's demons. Okay? Yeah, Rosebud, it's really good. You had a dream about Chris Watts? What was the dream? What was the dream about? I'm holding on tight to my tea today so, so it doesn't, attack me like it did the other day. So, I also wanted to talk about kind of what was said on Diane's channel, because I appreciate Diane even speaking about it, because not a lot of people do. But Love You To Share, apparently, everybody knows that there was a rumor going around in May that pretty much had tons of people coming after me. Still a little bit, just not as bad as it used to be. I just really don't give a shit anymore like I used to, because it used to scare me. These people kind of scared me. Oh, nothing ended up. Hold on. What did Janine say? Nothing ended up happening. It was a sex. What? You had a sex dream about Chris Watts? I'm glad nothing ended up happening. Hey, here she goes. So, and the other night we were talking about this. It was the Rambler situation. I removed that live because some things were said that can be taken out of context. And I didn't want them up there. Hi, Into the Wild Blue. So, as you know, just simply from a rumor in comments. That's why I like smart people that think for themselves and actually look into stuff. Especially if you're into true crime, you should be ashamed of yourself if you're not looking into stuff. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. You're so cute. But shame on you, you little cute little buoy. You're so cute. But really, we should be, if you hear a rumor, you should look into it before you start attacking somebody. Especially if you do it for months and 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 months. And then blame your behavior on going through a hard time. I've gone through a hard time this year too. I quit an addiction that I had for almost fucking since I was 18 years old. Okay, I know what a hard time feels like as well. I also went through that hard time while being harassed nonstop. Okay, even though people like to talk about my sobriety and rub it in my face or whatever. Actually, I get to rub it in your face because I'm sober and you're not. And that's not knocking people that aren't sober. What I'm saying is I'm strong enough to get sober and you need to stop running your mouth. Lufa needs help on how to edit. I'm shocked at how that woman reacts like a total psycho to every single event in her life. I agree with that. But I'm here to respond to something positively. So I had left a comment on Diane's video. Where did I put it? And this is what I said from yesterday, because if you look at the title of her video, the title of her video yesterday was Ladies Night speaking on MRB and Hello Starlight. So I commented and I just said, it's ridiculous reading the lies that people believe in a chat. Just to be clear, I was always nice to MRB. We're talking about Rambler. Until she wrongly accused me. And let me pause real fast and tell you, that is the absolute truth. If you believe any differently, there's no evidence out there showing that, because it's not. That never happened. I never was mean or was talking poorly about what had happened to her on a panel. So that's absolutely ridiculous. And I said, until she wrongly accused me. I did have some streams where I was very mad about this and snapping at her. I'm going to pause again. So this, I did. Anybody who's blamed for something they didn't do and the person's not listening to reason or looking at truth or looking into evidence and they're supposedly about truth, anybody that does that First of all, they should not be in true crime, because that's a very narrow-minded way to think. So yeah, of course. What these people do is they continue to say, Robbie would get on and do hate streams. Yeah, I did. I think you would too. Actually, you've done hate streams on me without any proof out there of me doing anything wrong. Remember that. So when you wrongly accuse somebody of doing something, do you think they're just going to sit there and be like, oh, these people are so sweet. Oh my God, it's so adorable and cute and sweet that they blamed me for something I didn't do. Oh my God, what a gift. What a gift from God. That is, you guys are good people. You're so, God, what a good community of people that just believe lies and then spread them and attack people over lies. Wow, I look up to you. That's a really good quality to have. Oh my God. I can't believe how much I've been missing out on this. I want to tell lies too. How do I sign up? Okay, so of course I was angry. Add alcohol to Robbie being angry and you're going to get even worse things coming out of my mouth. But I always have, hey, Michael, nice stream yesterday. Michael and Paula I was looking at. Of course you're going to snap, right? Add alcohol to that and I'm going to snap even more. And, you know, not say nice things, which I've apologized for, but I've never once got an apology for being wrongfully accused. I continue to get excuses from these people for their negative behavior. I love you being there. So anyways, let me continue reading my comment. I did have some streams where I was very mad about this and snapping at her. She has zero communication skills. That's correct, because she doesn't respond to messages when you try to reach out to her. She trashed my sobriety and my relationship with God also, which she does consistently. I get clips from people sending me all the time. All I ever did was defend myself from false accusations, and so did Starlight and Breakfast and everybody else. Sometimes I went about it the wrong way, but I think anyone would be upset if someone sends thousands of people to attack you based on false information. So you can't sit there and blame me for responding. Okay. It spreads, can't unsay things. It is not cool. No, you can't. I don't know if you're talking about me responding in a negative way. However, what I continuously get from these people is, he was so mean. He did hate streams and blah, blah, blah. You're forgetting what brought that on. Do you guys see me coming on here talking poorly about people who haven't attacked me? Anyone? Hit a 1 if you've seen that. Seriously, tell me the truth. Hit a 2 if you have not seen me attack people that didn't attack me first. Or I'm sorry, hit a 1 if I've attacked people with no reason. Hit a 2 if I've responded. I just want to see your 69. Okay. Can't blame anyone for someone else's behavior. No. Okay, so no. I can be a mean person, Gingerlocks. I can. However, you've got to do something. Good morning, Juanita. You've got to do something mean to me for me to respond in a negative way. So, and another thing I was talking about with a good friend is, and let me get to, because you know who responded on this comment. Rambler Lady. Because my sweet friend Lily Bell commented on my comment and said, as I was, till I came back, didn't know full story and stood up for MRB, the Bat Lady, and others, only to be royally screwed by MRB, who lied and twisted everything. Now, do you guys know who Lily Bell is? She's a really sweet girl. Very sweet. She said, I've kept shut as my health took a huge turn for the worse. It's amazing how many adults took MRB and Bat Lady as gospel. Open your eyes, MRB and Bat Lady, yes, her, do things behind the scenes. My own mother saw everything that MRB did to me, twisted my words for days and nights. If only I didn't listen to MRB and deleted everything. This is high school bullshit. If you talk to this person, you're not my friend. Immature, childish behavior. I said enough. Ramblers, I loved you. This is Lily Bell still talking. You all turned on me without allowing me to explain anything. Me too, Lily Bell. Assumptions and lies. Shame on the true crime community. To the ramblers who always supported me, but many afraid to let on, think about that. A good person would never make you feel that you must hide a friend. Peace is needed, for fuck's sake. And then Rambler Lady commented to Lilybell. She said, stop slandering me. I never told you delete anything. You stole my Ramblers emails list to promote your own videos. I was sent emails you sent to Ramblers questioning why they were sent this by you to promote your videos. When I questioned and told you that using an email list for something other than it was intended for was wrong, and you could even be illegal, you lost it. You would not give me the password. Okay, that's their personal information. I'm going to go down. So if you want, okay, they're just arguing back and forth. And then, of course, the Rambler people are on the attack with her to Lilybell, which Lilybell, her health is very poor. Okay, she's bedridden, and we have 3 different Rambler people attacking her on this comment thread. Hey, Irish Eyes. Can you imagine a grown woman trying to tell you who to be friends with? Yeah, I can, because she's done it to me. So basically, my response to this, because I have seen Rambler Kitchen Lady going around commenting on people's stuff in a negative way. You know, she's very full of like ready to be triggered. But the problem is when you do that to people, especially if you do it to me, because I'm the type of person, treat me the way that you want to be treated, and I'm going to treat you the way I want to be treated. But when you cross a line and you don't know how to communicate correctly and you don't know how to work, listen, I've offered so many times to talk privately to this person. No. Good people reach out to people, yet they continue to say, he's a bad person. Really? Because I reached out to you to try to work it out. Do bad people do that? Bad people don't want to resolve shit. So, you know, if you're not looking for an end result of something good, I don't want anything to do with you. However, I would like to make things better. And I would like to work it out. But hey, Ocean Wave, it just seems impossible to do that. So hey, K-Town, when you've seen me blowing up on here about this situation, and you've seen me screaming and cussing these people out and stuff, and being really frustrated, I would hope that you would be smart enough to take the time to look into where that anger is coming from, you know, instead of, because this woman who sits in her kitchen, she likes to say, he's a very angry person. You're damn right. Yeah. You put that anger there. It wasn't there before you put it there. You placed that anger in me. I wake up on a daily basis. Sometimes I wake up laughing. I'm a very happy person. I think funny thoughts in my head all day. I don't take myself too seriously. I love to joke and laugh and have fun. I could go to bed in a bad mood, which I've gone to bed in a bad mood over this situation lots of times and woke up in a wonderful mood. And you want to know why that is? It's because I have Jesus. It really is. Because I know, you know, Jesus, hey, Plumie, Jesus says you're never going to be alone. He means that. And he's there in your hard times. He's there to help you and to vindicate you. So that's something that I'm learning, you know, that God is my vindicator. I don't like it when people in groups band together and bully people in other groups, especially when it comes to free speech. I agree, Robbie. Yeah, and it's amazing the things that these people will say, and people will just automatically believe it because they said it. No proof, no evidence, nothing. Still to this day, no proof or evidence. And this woman actually continues to lie and defame my character and others like Hello Starlight by saying, they sat on that panel. No, I didn't. And then she turns around and backtracks and says, I said if he sat on that panel. Well, you seemed like a very angry person for an if situation, darling. Because if it was an if situation, you wouldn't be attacking me, telling me what a horrible Christian I am, what a terrible person, and getting a bunch of people to hate me. You would look into the facts first. So your actions speak louder than your words. It's not an if situation. You're not fooling anybody with that. That's all I've got from her is meanness. There was no panel. And you know, I understand, like, I took it really, really personal in the beginning when people like that teacup, whatever, came on my panel. And then you've got this other lady, the two scooter, whatever. These are people that you can, I took it personal. I'm like, these people don't know me. Why are they talking poorly about something that's a lie? I get it now. I can't take it personal. These people, they want part of her following. They want part of her subscribers. You know, it's like the fish that rides the tail of a shark's ass. They need her because I don't know what's going on in their lives, that they're missing something, but they need her, you know. They obviously, and same with the bat lady, they need her to get people to come over to their channel to watch them. But when you do, there's a reason people don't watch them. It's because they're not that interesting people. So when you have to hang on to negative stuff to get people to watch you, that's when I stop watching you. Pretty new to YouTube and don't normally comment much, but I'm a new Christian in recovery. Well, good for you, Jamie. Congratulations. You made the right decision. Yeah. And, you know, hey, Wendy, I do come on here and I myself, you know what? I overshare. I share my life with you because it helps me. And I know it helps a lot of you people. So it's funny. Well, no, it's not funny. When I come on here and open up about my sobriety and getting sober, and part of that is taking accountability for your actions, which I've continued to do and have done. And this woman that sits in her kitchen talks about people with addictions and says, she talks about people, I think, I'm not going to say who she was referring to, but I think I know who it is. They sit in their parents' basement, blah, blah, blah. Let's go back. Hold on. You're attacking people's addictions and talk. Because, for example, I am in recovery. I live with my aunt and I work my ass off in life. And you know what? I've worked my ass off since I was 18, going through struggles, trying in and out of recovery, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And my addiction has held me back in life. So yeah, maybe my addiction has given that failure to launch or whatever, which I lived on my own for years and years and years. And my addiction actually got me booted out of my apartment that I had with my dog. So when someone like that sits there and makes fun of people's addictions, and then they also make fun of their living situation, when she is basically mooching off of her husband and YouTube subscribers for money, that's their income, you got to take it with a grain of salt because it's meant to be an insult. I'm proud that I live with my aunt. I'm proud that I'm in recovery, and I'm proud that I'm not where I was yesterday. I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. So anybody that, if you are out there and you have an addiction, maybe you're homeless, maybe you're going through a hard time and you have to sleep on someone's couch or whatever it is, do not let people like MRB make you feel like shit about yourself, because comments like that can usually get someone, trigger them enough to relapse. And I don't think this woman would care. I think that's what she wants. Thank you, Amy. You guys bring positivity to me. So anybody like that, anybody who makes comments like that about someone's addiction, their purpose in that comment is to trigger you so that they can continue to call you an addict when you relapse. Give it right back to them and stay sober. Comments like that actually motivate me, myself, to stay sober because I'm stronger than that person. It takes a lot of strength to quit a substance. A lot. Thanks, Michaela. Actually, Connie, when she got demonetized, she said she wasn't going to come on YouTube anymore. Remember? She's like, I'm not going to be able to come on here. Wait, that goes to show the only reason you come on is for money. You're not going to come on anymore. What do you mean? Don't you have people on here you care about? What do you mean? That right there. I mean, she said it with her own mouth. The only reason she's here. I know, MJ, because I've offered plenty of times for these people to talk. And the ones that have come and talked for her have been completely uneducated on the situation. That teacup lady that came up, she had no idea what she was talking about. She just based on rumors. So I'm a smart person when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I don't just shut people out based on rumors. Otherwise, I'd be missing out on a lot of cool people that I've met along the way. I would never lie about my brother dying ever. Someone lied about their brother dying? Thank you, MJ. And you guys help me. It helps to come on here and talk to people and just share interests and all that kind of stuff. The devil tries to attack with situations like this, but I mean, there's only so much you can do. Thank you, Mom. I want to be clear. Is this Mommy Ramblings? Because if so, I won't support that person. It is Mommy Ramblings. Mean to a couple of my favorite YouTubers. Yeah, well, that's the other reason I don't take it personal anymore. And I do pray for her, because in the beginning I was like, oh my God, I hope karma gets her. She's so evil and mean. God is going to show her the truth. She already knows it. I mean, come on. You have to know it. I think she just runs with it too, because it gets her sympathy views. And I don't agree with that. Look, I've gone through a hard time. There's a lot of people that go through a hard time on here, and you can express yourself, and there's many ways that people help you on here. But when you start attacking other people and then say that you're allowed to do that because you're going through a hard time, no, that's no excuse. Just like alcohol was no excuse for my behavior. Okay, I know how I act on alcohol. Hey, Gelsey. And that I'm a bit different and more outspoken and maybe more blunt and stuff, but that's no excuse for my behavior. All right. So there's reasons that lead you to act a certain way, but there's never a reason for you to attack somebody with zero proof. The only reason for that would be pure ignorance and hatred. I agree, Bella, she is. She shouldn't be lashing out at anybody, to be honest. Yes, Victoria, I remember that supposed attack. Thank you, Nicola. She said I lied. Why would anyone say that? I hadn't. Oh. Wow. Yeah, and based on no evidence, right? I just don't get it how these people can sit there night after night bashing others. Like, well, and that's the other sly way they get away with it. Oh, that's a good point. Here she goes. Yeah, the devil uses the internet very, very well for their plot. But when you have to get on and passive aggressively attack somebody, that's what she does. Because when you subtly attack somebody, and usually she'll get away with that without naming names. I know when she's talking about me. Okay, I think a lot of people know when she's talking about them. She'll do it in a very subtle way because she's a very monotone person to begin with. So you can't really tell how she's saying it, right? So she'll say these attacks very calmly and very motherly and innocently. But you know, when you hear them and they're about you, she's digging deep. And then when you snap, she's able to turn around and be like, oh, I'm being attacked for no reason. No, just because you did it in a cowardly way, you're attacked. No, you're not a victim. I never said anything unkind about her, never. She tends to say that about a lot of people, Dana, with no evidence. But do you see, are you getting the cycle yet of how things work over there? Of how the money comes flowing in and all that stuff? It's because people believe nonsense and then they feel sorry for her. If I got on every day and cried like she does, you'd probably start to believe me, right? Because you like me. So if I got on every day, I'm like, okay, what am I going to say today? Look, my boyfriend just put our dog to sleep this morning. Did you see me come on here crying about it? Yeah, I'm upset about it. That's the truth too. Do I come on here and cry about everything? Oh, no, I don't feel sorry for me. No. Now, am I against people doing that? No, because I've gone on and vented. I'm venting right now. But when your whole channel is based around, it's a feel sorry for me channel, that becomes a problem to me. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's obvious to see, Peggy, too. Bingo. Yes. Well, she's blocked on my channel, so. Sad fishing. Yes, that's what Truthy called it. Their husband and cuddle once in a while. How do you get on YouTube every night and not want to cuddle with him ever? Well, I mean, that speaks for itself as well. And listen, I try to respond to this in the best way that I can. But I want you to know that the point of since way back in May all the way till now, no matter how I've gone about it, I want you guys to understand that I've never wanted anything except for the truth to come out. And I've been extremely frustrated that the false information is still being spread and lied about. This Kelly, the advocate lady, I've never met her. People tell me all the time, oh, she attacks you or whatever. I don't even care to watch her, first of all, because her singing and her little good morning. I turned her on a couple times. I was like, yeah, no, I can't watch this lady. It's all fakeness. If you're and I'm not even trying to attack this woman, but if you're advocating, Kelly, I hope that you hear this eventually. If you are advocating, please look into what you're advocating first, because it does not make you look good. If you don't look into information and then you sit there and lie about somebody, that is not advocating. That is kissing somebody's ass. And yeah, I've been known to call her Kelly the ass kisser because that's what I've seen. You know, you find a popular, very popular, famous victim, cling on to them and defend them. And of course you're going to get followers. But smart people are going to see right through that. And I see right through it. Kelly, you've never met me, so you don't need to be talking about me. Okay? If you want to talk to me, you can email me, Kelly, because I'd be more than happy to talk to anybody. But don't spread lies and say mean stuff about me unless you've actually met me and talked to me, because that does not make somebody look like a smart person. And yeah, I'm talking about you right now because you've been talking about me. I don't know you, so fuck off unless you're going to want to work shit out. All right? I don't like this whole ganging up and, oh, I'm an individual person. Yeah, I mean, you can ask any of my close friends, even ask my mother. Your fights belong to you. They don't belong to me. So do not ask me to pick sides because it ain't going to fucking happen. That shows a weakness if you do that. I'm an independent person when it comes to my thinking. Nobody tells me how to think. And I'm not going to tell anybody else how to think. But I am going to get on here and I'm going to tell you what I think. And I think this entire situation is bullshit. And it's very frustrating. So it's hard not to explode sometimes on people. Look, you feel sorry for me, exactly. If I had anything to apologize for, I've already apologized for, and I'll continue to. Because I like to recognize when I do stuff wrong and fix it and go the opposite direction. And maybe even right now, by saying some of the things I've said hasn't been the right way, but I'm frustrated. You guys, I hope you understand that I'm annoyed. When you wake up and you see somebody on their live stream sitting by a lake crying about a tragedy that happened, and you go in their chat and you say, I'm so sorry this happened. And then everyone starts screaming at you, get the fuck out of here, you evil monster piece of shit. I was in bed reading this. I'm like, they can't be talking to me. Did they seriously just tag my name and tell me to get out? What the fuck are they talking? What are they talking about? And then for months and months ever since then, that was back in May, no one ever wants to hear you out or listen to your truth. And they still continue to say that. No, that never happened. It's a lie. And look, I'm not trying to form people against her. I'm defending myself. Yeah, I know, Mom. It's hard sometimes because I stopped talking about it for quite a while. And why they're still talking about that, I don't know. It's a bunch of older, lonely women in it. Yeah, and you know what? I don't know what goes on in their life, but their actions show me that they're probably not the happiest people. Okay? It's very easy to work out a situation. All you got to do is swallow your pride and say when you're wrong. And I am willing to do that. And each day that I get closer to being 5 months sober, which is in less than a week, it's very easy to do that. It wasn't so easy in the past to say that I was wrong or when I was wrong, but it's very easy to do right now. And I can tell you, I've said some mean things about this woman, but you got to remember, it was after, okay? People were clipping videos about me in my bad moments or whatever, not even showing dates or the context that they were in, all right? I never, ever was mean to this woman or said anything mean about her until she falsely accused me. That is my story. That is the truth, and I'm not changing and budging the truth to fit your narrative. It's not going to happen. You're never going to get an apology out of me for what I was accused for because I didn't do that. You're never going to get an apology for it out of Hello Starlight, and you don't deserve one because she didn't do that. Or Breakfast, or RDA for all that matter. I don't know. I don't even talk to RDA anymore. I started to when I'd hang out with them with Jamie and whatever. These people make it sound he's a part of RDA and he's the reason they call it RDA is because his name's Robbie or blah blah blah. All these false rumors. Listen, if you want the truth and you want to talk to me, it's as simple as my email is right here. And I'll talk to you and tell you the exact truth. If you can't reach out to me, then you should probably stop talking about me. That is why I'm frustrated. And I understand I'm not being all goofy in my bubbly self this morning, but this is something that's starting to bug me again. Hey, cowgirl up. It's starting to bug me again. And why is it being brought up again? My message to Mommy Ramblings is if you cannot respond to any of my messages or talk to me personally, and yet you sit up there and call me a terrible person, think about what you're saying and what you're doing. You're not wanting to fix the problem, but you're calling me a bad person when I'm offering you, let's work it out. Let's squash this. Even if you never believe that I wasn't on a panel, even though there's no proof, that part doesn't matter. Just leave each other alone. Okay? I don't care to get up here and talk about you. I don't care to watch you because I feel a very negative energy in your environment that I don't like. MRB was correct on Justice Channel having Watts Lady on there. I don't know about that. Cook a meal for her kids and husband. No. And you know what? And I have talked about her parenting and why does she stay up all night? How is she a good parent? Look, that comes from the anger she put there. All right. When you don't work a situation out with people and you continue to just fire shots at them, you cannot sit there and call yourself a victim. You cannot sit there and say, that person's bad and I'm good. No, you're not good. That's not good. That is not good. Oh, well, you know what? That says all you need to know about somebody, like this Kelly the Advocate lady. If you don't know somebody and you're talking about them just based on what you've heard or seen, yeah, of course, state your opinion. Like, oh, I don't like that person. They seem weird, or they seem this or that, or they seem mean. But when you're like an advocate, you should know what you're advocating for, and you should know the details of the whole situation. That's why I strongly and proudly say, if this woman knew anything about the situation, she would know she would be advocating for me if she was a true advocate, because I'm the one. She'd be advocating for Hello Starlight. Yet what they do, since they cannot find what they blamed me for, so they take clips from videos to try to make me look like a racist when we were joking around one night, having fun, talking about Anne Frank. Or they try to make me look like a mean person because they'll take a clip when I was yelling about somebody or to somebody. They'll do that, and they won't show how that came about or what narrative or setting it was in, because they want you to look at me in a bad way. If you want to know me, come over here. Come talk to me. Email me. You'll see. Yeah, my sense of humor can be out there and crazy and fun and sometimes a little over the top, but I mean well, and I have a good fucking heart. And if you don't want to get to know me, fuck you then. I don't care. I don't want to get to know you either. But do not say that I didn't offer a chance to work it out, because you're dead fucking wrong. I offer it nonstop, even after all the bullshit, passive-aggressive bullshit that I put up with on a daily basis from these people. I still care to work it out. All right? So don't try to say, oh, he's mean. No. And if you take a clip of something, why don't you put the link to the full video in the description so people can see the entire video? Thank you, ZenFan. Yeah, I know, Karen. And just like I said at the beginning, I need to listen to what Joyce says and not feed the situation. But I'm trying, even though I'm talking and I'm frustrated, my point of saying this is I'm still willing to work it out with you. I'm angry at you, but I'm still willing to work it out with you. So I'm trying to feed the situation something good, offer a solution. You know, you got it wrong about me, and that's fine. You may not ever believe that, but I'm willing to work it out with you and say, I'm sorry for saying mean stuff after, remember, after you pissed me off, after you falsely accused me, not before, after. Recognize that you did that. You accused me of something and pissed me off. I'm accountable for my actions after that. Yeah, it wasn't okay for me to cuss people out and stuff. However, I am in my right to get angry and defend myself. Yes, I did it in the wrong way. Yes, I cussed people out, said a lot of mean shit, but you falsely accused me of something and pissed me the fuck off. Okay? Not all the time, Susan. Not all the time. Hang on a second. Thank you, MW. And I'm sorry that this stream is a little bit more down and stuff, but you know what? Being sober, I try to express myself in a better way rather than going and drinking. So yeah, a lot of people may say, why does he get on here and talk about it? Just stop responding to them. No, I'm getting on here and responding to them because I don't want to go out and buy a 12-pack. I don't want to sit there alone with my thoughts and let them build up inside like a fucking tea kettle and then just be like, oh, fuck it, I'm drinking. So this helps me. This helps me. And no, I'm not saying I'm tempted to drink, by the way. But that's why I try to address situations and problems. Because before I would address them with alcohol and not even talk about them. And then by the time I'd get drunk, I love you, Lauren. By the time I'd get drunk, I'd be making a fool of myself because I'd be saying things that I truly didn't want to word them in certain ways. Thanks, Iris. No. I'm not, guys, I'm not tempted to drink. I'm saying this is a good outlet for me. Yes, Jay Lewis, this is a good outlet for me. Because it makes it so that I'm not being bad to myself. And I truly think that's what some of these people want. They want to see me fail so they could say, see, he's just an alcoholic. He's never going to change. No, I'm changing. You need to change too. And what's your, like I said, alcohol is not an excuse. Well, what's your reason for being so fucking bitter and lying about people? Thank you, Into the Wild Blue. You guys give me strength too. What's your excuse for blaming somebody for something they didn't do? And you're completely sober-minded? It blows my mind. And again, that's why I have to take it with a grain of salt. Two-Face for chatting in your lives as well as another creator. Like, oh my God, Brianna, I know. I get that all the time. I get that all the time. From me going to other people's chats, or it's just, it's hard not to respond to immature behavior. And then I end up being immature sometimes when I respond to it, because people can piss you off so bad that all you want to do is hurt their feelings. And I don't like getting to that point. But I get there. Even being sober, I still get to that point where I'm okay, you pissed me off. I'm going to fucking make you cry. So brace yourself, bitch. So we have to remember, why are we pissing people off? Why are we, getting involved? If you don't know about the situation, why are you getting involved? Because I don't expect you guys to go run over and hate MRB or any of these other people. I expect you to look into stuff and see the truth. That's what I want you to do. Hey, Nikki. Hold it. Oh,
sorry about that. I forgot I was muted. Hey, everyone.
Hey. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to reword some things.
Okay. Hey, everyone. What was... Oh, were you going to tell me?
No, I was going to say if you wanted to say what you were saying the other night, just like in a different,
Yeah, I was definitely heated the other night. That is for sure. I think the most important thing is, or at least one of the most important things here, is that it never happened. It never happened. And it's confusing to me why that is not being addressed. When people are attacking you, it never happened. It's bizarre that no one's questioning why they've never seen it.
Yeah, like for example, when I commented on, if you guys go over and look at Diane's channel at her last video, she was talking about this situation and how it's nonsense and all that. Well, I commented, and you know who left a comment on here was, where is it at? Oh, did she delete it? As a long time. I think she deleted her comment. Well, Two Scooter Chick was saying, oh, you did a stream dragging her and blah, blah, blah. It's like, do people not use your brains and see that these videos where either me or Hello Starlight were responding and being pissed off? Do you not understand? That is not dragging somebody for no reason. That is responding to a bullshit lie that somebody makes up about you and ruins your character, tries to get people to hate you and believe something that's completely false to damage your reputation. And people say, oh, why are you so worried about your reputation? It's not about giving a fuck about people liking me or not. It's about believing lies. I don't give a fuck if you like me. If you don't like me, who cares? But if you believe a lie and you're spreading lies, that's when we have a problem.
Okay, but
that's defamation.
So, yeah, that's another thing too. Everybody brings that up to you. You dragged her. You said this about, or whatever, the fact that you went live. But what about the at least hundreds of people that attacked you all day, every day, immediately after that happened?
Yep.
Like, can we talk about that, or are we, how do I don't understand that, because you were attacked and people were going um on your older videos, like you didn't you say that people were commenting on all your older videos and you were like
Yes.
going, yeah, well,
I had to go in and turn off some of my comments and all sorts of stuff, because these people that claim that they're bullied, this community of people that they believe they're into true crime and they're for the right side of stuff and they're all about facts, are the same people that came after me, attacking me for my singing voice. They went and it's okay. If you're going to go and start attacking people for their singing voice, or they would attack my hairline, that I'm balding, say that I have devil horns, all sorts of shit, attacking my looks, attacking my music. So when I fire back and call somebody like Bat Lady, something about her physical appearance, then all of a sudden I'm attacking women. No, 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 no. You were attacking me like a grade schooler would. So I simply responded by doing the same shit to you. Was it okay for me to do that? No. But think about your behavior and what you're doing to people, because what you give to me, I'm going to give right back. And that's something that I'm working on, is trying to keep my mouth shut. But this Bat Lady and Kitchen Lady and all these people that, oh my God, he's attacking women. Fuck you. Okay, stop attacking men. All right, if you're going to pull the card, so am I. Stop attacking men. I could sit here and say you're attacking a gay guy, but I'm not ignorant.
well,
I stay in classy. I was confused what was going on when I told her that she said, okay, you can come back. But yeah, so you have to understand when people, and yeah, I did it on video. Okay. I responded to them on video. So of course they clipped it. They would clip it, or they'd say, look what he's doing to women. Look how horrible he is to women. Show everybody what you did to me first and stop being an immature piece of shit. Show people what you did. Show people your behavior. Show people the things that you do behind the scenes, but you won't do that because you want to look perfect. I don't need to look perfect. I'm a fucking mess. I am a mess and everybody knows that, but I continuously work on myself on a daily basis, and you fucking should too. Sorry.
I've heard them call you a woman basher, and I cannot wrap my head around that, because most of your best friends, at least in the YouTube community, are women.
Well,
so,
it has nothing to do with gender. Again, treat me the way you want to be treated. Look, yeah. I'm old fashioned. I'll open doors for women. I'll open doors for people, whatever. Always take out the trash, not let a female take out the trash, stuff like that. But when it comes to decency, human decency, you don't, just because you're a woman, have the right to treat anybody like shit. And then when they say something back to you, say, you can't do that. I'm a woman. It doesn't work like that. It's called being a human being. We're all human beings. Treat people with decency. Yeah, maybe women deserve a little bit more respect when it comes to having manners, but not when it comes to people responding to your bullshit.
I disagree with that. I don't think women deserve anything more than men based on gender. I think what you said earlier what I mean? Was right.
Like opening the door for a woman, or, stuff like that, like old fashioned stuff. I'm not saying like walk on eggshells or anything, but, just having a little bit more respect. But if you come for me, do not fucking think that I'm just going to sit there and be like, oh, you're such a lady. No, because you're not acting like a lady. Act like a lady if you want to be treated like one.
The way I look at this was a fight you never could have won. There was no, like, the way it all happened. Like, you what could you have said? Even if you did your lives and you were never angry and you were nice about it and kind, you still, like, do you honestly believe that you still wouldn't have been attacked? It wouldn't have mattered what you did, what you said, how you said it. You still would have been blamed. You still would have been attacked because it was based on something that didn't happen. The panel didn't happen. The people that were named didn't say the things that you guys were accused of saying. So how do you can't defend yourself against some shit that didn't happen? I could understand if you were on a panel and you guys were talking and something was misunderstood, and then you could, explain yourself, but this never happened. And you were, these were just false accusations that people believed without any evidence at all to this moment. And there's still people that think you said these things on that
Exactly.
day.
And that's why when people, they'll say, why are you talking about this again? Or why this or why that? Well, because you're still blaming me for something I didn't do. And trust me, I get blamed on a daily basis and I keep my mouth shut every day for a long time. And then when I finally have enough and I'm like, okay, let's go back to this again and explain it to you again. Like we're in second grade, like you're in second grade and I'm your teacher. This didn't happen. There's never any proof of it. Never happened. So why are you still spreading a rumor that it did? Don't go and look at videos of me responding and screaming at these people and call me a bad person. Tell me before I was blamed where I did something wrong. You're not going to find it because it did not happen. Okay? All right? So when I'm responding to your negative accusations of me, yeah, I'm going to be pissed off. That's why I'm pissed off, because it's not true. Okay? So hold on. I'm going to read this comment right here. Hold on. It's taking a minute to come up. Laura Fulmer is saying, your behavior of attacking a grieving mother proved the fact that you were capable of what you were accused of doing. This is the ignorant statements that I'm talking about right here. It did not prove a fact of anything because there's not a fact of me doing anything to her or attacking her. Stop using that term grieving mother. Okay? Stop using that as an excuse to blame somebody for something they didn't do. Laura, I'm assuming that you're one of them. Okay? Or else you wouldn't be coming in here leaving such ignorant comments such as you just did. That does not prove the fact. Are you saying, Laura, that just because I'm getting angry, that I have the ability to get angry over being falsely accused, oh my God, that proves right there that he had the ability to attack her, to make fun of her situation. You're ignorant, Laura. You can get the fuck out of here because your comments are not worth reading any further from this.
There are a lot of grieving mothers that are on Robbie's side. A lot. There are women who's in your chat the other night whose children were murdered, whose children passed. There are a lot of.
Yes, Rosaline, you could boot her ass the fuck out of here right now. Thank you. There's
a lot of grieving mothers who are on your side. And
it's not about it's not about that. I am so tired of people using that term. She's grieving, or she's a mother. You can't do that. Yeah, I fucking can. Let me tell you why I can. Are you telling me that anybody going through a situation grieving is allowed to lie about people? Is that what you're saying? You're giving somebody permission to lie because they're having a hard time. That's what you're saying. Think about what you're saying. It's ignorance. Stop being ignorant, people. This is not about attacking people going through a hard time. That's not what this is about. This is about defending myself from a lie coming from someone like that. It doesn't matter what you're going through. You do not have permission to lie. That is not okay. That is no excuse. So, and when people come in and say comments like that, I mean, it just leads me to believe that it's her or somebody else. And it's stupid because it is ignorant comments like that woman just left, or whoever that is just left, that lead people astray that are ignorant and don't use their brains correctly to believe these lies. And that's why I get angry, because you're spreading misinformation about something, and then you're making excuses saying, well, they're grieving, so they're allowed to say that. And look at you getting so angry. Of course you would do something terrible. Look how angry you are. I'm angry because I'm being lied about, and you would be angry too.
So what does that say about someone who's capable of making up or believing and spreading such vicious lies about you?
Exactly. If they're going to lie about that, what else are they lying about? Thank you, Creative Revival.
Worse to spread those kind of lies. Like those were, I mean, what you're being accused of is awful. So what does it say about the person who is spreading those lies, that, and they don't care? They do not care about how, the effect that it's having on the 4 people that they've accused. Well, actually, it was more than 4, but initially it was 4. Like,
yeah,
well, what does it say about her?
Exactly. If you're going to lie about that, what else is she lying to you guys about? What else is she lying about? Because she clearly, listen, if she cared to clear up this lie, she would have done that quite a while ago. She would have done it a while ago. She does not care to clear up the lie because, number one, if she did, people would unsubscribe to her. They would leave her channel because they'd see, oh my God, you made us so angry at this person for no reason. Oh my God. If people knew the truth, people would say, oh my God, I cannot believe, and I'm not trying to give myself pity. They would say, I cannot believe how mean I was to that guy. And I believed this and it's not true. That's what they would do. And they would leave her and she would have to swallow her pride and she would have to say that she's wrong. Have you ever heard this woman say that she's wrong? Not once. Not once has she ever apologized for mistreating tons of people that she mistreats on a daily basis. So that's why she's not clearing this up. She knows the truth. She knows the truth that I didn't do this. Hello Starlight didn't do that. She knows. She doesn't care because you guys feel sorry for her and you're on her side. That's why she's not clearing it up. Do you think I would seriously come up here and defend myself over and over and over and over and over again if I knew that there's a possibility that somebody clipped a video of me being on a panel that I was lying about and being like, oh my God, I hope they don't find it, but I'm going to defend myself anyways. No, I wouldn't fucking do that. The night that I was accused of being on a panel that is bullshit that she is lying about, I was laying in bed watching the movie Knives Out. It's a mystery story about who done it with Jamie Lee Curtis in it. And I just so happened to go into Making Lemonade's chat, and she wasn't talking anything about it. She had Brutally Lauren on her panel, and Brutally Lauren, it's when I first met her, she's like, hey, we should do a stream on addiction sometimes. I was like, yeah, contact me. We'll set it up. I just stopped in to say hi to people, and I left out of her chat. And they weren't even talking about this situation. So the fact that I even remember everything that I was doing because I had to explain myself over and over is bullshit. It's ridiculous. So I just wanted to address that. And I wanted to say thank you to Diane for even using her platform to actually show people that this is bullshit and to respond to her, because a lot of people don't stand up to this woman. They just take her word for it, or they use the term, she's a mother, or she's going through a hard time. No, you do not get to make excuses for lying about someone, for defaming someone's character. There's no excuse for that. And shame on you. Shame on you for putting Hello Starlight, who's a mother, in danger when you have people threatening her and her children, saying they're going to come to her house, all sorts of shit. Shame on you.
She was getting like graphic death threats, Starlight was.
Yeah, because of this situation. Because of these lies that were said about Hello Starlight being on a panel, me, Breakfast, all of us. Shame on you. You need to fix the problem. And shame on anybody that's going to continue to be mean to Hello Starlight or Breakfast or me or RDA or anything. I understand you may not like some of our humor, okay? But nobody ever joked about that. Yeah, I'm grieving today. My dog just got put to sleep this morning. Not my dog. They didn't live with me, but I bought him with my ex a long time ago. I'm not sitting here making you feel sorry for me or the reason for my behavior is this or that. No, that's not an excuse. And it's not acceptable.
I lost my daughter years ago, but I cannot go through life and use that excuse, and I don't. And there are many other women, like I said earlier, that are also grieving mothers, but that's not a pass. That's not an excuse. You can't run around being, doing terrible things to people, and then when you get confronted with it, say that, or have anyone else say that on your behalf. You can't. It doesn't work that way.
Right. Susan, no, Butters didn't get put to sleep. Not my ex. Not the dog that lives with Cody, but my other ex from further back in time. I'm friends with all my exes. Turbo got put to sleep today. He was, let's see, we got him in 2005 and he was about 8 weeks old. So he's 15 years old. He had like 9 different tumors. Yeah, no, look, that community, there's a huge community of people that I've seen them attack Daniel Bishop. They attack me, whatever. Look, if you're going to be a part of that gang mentality and not actually get to know somebody first before you just attack them just because everybody else is, I really don't want anything to do with you, because that kind of mentality I don't like. Nikki knows, huh? You're my best friend. You know that I'm not just going to take your side just because you tell me someone's being an asshole.
Okay,
I'm going to listen to both sides.
No, not always. You usually take the other person's side. As soon as you hear from it.
No, well, I mean, it's because you're evil. No, but
well, yeah. But no, you're right.
I'm not just going to sit there and say, okay, you're my friend, so I'm going to hate that other person. No, I'm going to maybe listen or offer solutions or say, yeah, fuck that person, make you feel better or whatever. But I'm not going to take sides because it's really not my business. And I don't know. If I don't know the whole situation, hey, Nicole, if I don't know the whole situation of something going on, no, Catherine, she's never shown proof because there is none. But she still runs with it every day. Every time it's mentioned, she is a victim with no proof. Unacceptable.
Her proof are the videos that you made after like
yep,
a couple of weeks after minimum.
Yeah. So Catherine, if you ever ask Mommy Ramblings, oh, like, where's the proof or what is this? She will say, I have videos of him cussing, saying horrible things about me. He's a terrible human. She doesn't mention to you guys that was after she falsely accused me of something horrific and terrible, and she lied. That's the part she's not telling people. And she gets away with it by showing you clips of videos of me cussing her out or whatever. She deserved to be cussed out, to be honest. It was wrong of me to do, but she deserved it. She's a fucking bitch. She ruined people's reputations. She caused a lot of people anxiety. She caused Hello Starlight anxiety. She caused Breakfast anxiety. Me, I don't know about if she caused RDA anxiety, but I'm sure she did. A lot of people anxiety. And for what? For nothing. So the only proof that she has, she'll say, oh, I have clips and videos of him saying vile things about me. Well, you better damn remember and believe that is because of your lies and your behavior. And why don't people understand that? Why? Because they don't listen. They don't look into things themselves. That's why. Because it's simply just because you're going to believe a woman who looks very innocent. She looks very, like a little housewife, whatever, sits there all meek and monotone and quiet and, And that's how she gets away with it, because you are gullible enough to believe that just because she's putting on an image in a show for you, that she has the ability to be a victim. That she has the ability to be just harassed and pushed all over the place. No, she's putting on a show.
I don't
That's what she's
understand that.
doing.
I said this in your last one of your streams. I don't understand how her subscribers, or even her, why are they not going after the person who told her these lies? Literally, whoever this person went to her within, I think it was within 48 hours, is when she was told about, all of these things that were supposedly said and done. And that person has walked away unscathed. This person who went to, who, in this case, I am going to use the term grieving mother, went to a grieving mother and filled her head up with such the most disgusting shit. And nobody cares. Nobody cares about that person, that they went to her and lied to her. Nobody cares about that person. No, the only thing they care about are the lies that were told. What the fuck? That doesn't, it doesn't make any sense to me that especially in this community, when they're like, some of the people in this community are shady as fuck. Like, it's ridiculous how shady they are. And to make up all of those lies and tell her that, and then she just believes it like it's the gospel. I don't understand how she could have believed what was being told to her. And from my understanding, it wasn't even, it was said in a comment. It wasn't something that someone she knew contacted her. It was some random, or maybe it wasn't random person, I don't know, but somebody who just wrote all this shit, and it got back to her, and she took it at face value. And just from that shit snowballed. And here we are in November, and it's still going on. I don't understand it.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the norm for me to talk about it. It's just I wanted to address. We got a little out of hand the other night talking about it. I wanted to address it in a different way, because bottom line is, I'm sorry for what happened to you. Okay, Mommy Ramblings, it's terrible. What you did to me and Hello Starlight and many other people was not fair. It was not verified. There's no truth to it. And you have allowed anger to come our way, and you have put anger into us. And when I've put that anger back out into the world, it has not always been in the right way. But you have to understand, if you use your brain, you have to understand that people have emotions, and people get angry when they're falsely accused. So you have to understand somewhat of people getting angry of you accusing them of something they did not do. And you have to understand that you have riled a lot of people up, because you have a following of, and I'm going to use the word sheep, because that's how I see these people. A sheep to me is someone who does not think for themselves. They automatically believe anything. And that's what these people have done, because if they knew the truth, they would not be even following you anymore. So my anger has come from that. I am not a bitter person. I'm a very happy person. I'm going to continue to be my happy self. I just wanted to address this because I'm not having a good morning. I'm not having a good morning with what's going on in my personal life. And I'm not having a good morning waking up to bullshit like that again. So I just wanted to get on here and say that, because you are spreading lies. Stop spreading lies. Swallow your pride and tell people the truth, that you do not have proof of this. It never happened. Stop saying, oh, well, I'm not going to say it didn't happen because he's been so terrible to me ever since. Swallow your pride, Mommy Ramblings. Remember why I've been terrible to you, because your behavior. Tell people that. That is why you've been mistreated, because you have been a bad person and you have spread lies. So do not pull the, oh, he's mean. Yeah, I have been mean. Yes. Yep. But you got to remember why. And that's all I wanted to say. I have to go in a minute, but do you have anything to say before we go? Thank you, Rosaline.
Just, I think you
Love you
summed
too.
it up perfectly. Just, I think that it would be best if she just said, I have no proof that this happened. I haven't seen any proof that this happened. I don't know for certain that it happened. And just make it right and put an end to it, because this is crazy. Like, the fact that this is continuing, like, and going on and on and on, like, it's never going to end. And I think that she should just say that. And I've said it a million times. If she did say that, I don't think there would be one person who would find fault in that. Her getting as upset as she got during that time when she was told that information. I mean, she wasn't in her right mind. I do have sympathy. I do feel bad for, what she was going through at that time. And it makes me sick to think that someone could be ignorant enough to, in that moment of her life, to go to her with this. I really do feel bad about that. And but I do think that, it's time. It's just, put it to rest. If she wants to hate you for everything that you said after, that's
who
her
cares?
right to. Yeah, she can do that. And if she wants to be angry about that, that's her prerogative. But the whole thing where you guys were on a panel, like, please do the right thing. Let everyone know that you don't know if it happened. You were just told that. Because it didn't happen. I know for a fact that it didn't happen. Everybody that, most people on this side know for a fact it didn't happen. Robbie, I wouldn't even be speaking to you as a friend if you did something, or any of my friends did something like that to someone who.
And to Hedgie Mom, I want to make it clear too that I have apologized a lot since this happened, and I think people misunderstand and they misinterpret what my apology is about. And they also say he's gonna go on a rant and then he's gonna apologize again, then he's gonna go on and apologize. It's a cycle. He's not right. He's angry. They don't say, first of all, I'm not apologizing for what I was blamed for, because I didn't do it. I get on and I apologize because I have built up a lot of anger and I'll come on and snap about it. So these people will just say, oh, see how crazy he is? He snaps and then he apologizes. Yeah, because I'm actually can tell you when I'm being an asshole, and I'll tell you right away, sorry, I'm being an asshole, but you pissed me off. So it's not because I'm just emotionally unstable. These people aren't clearing up a lie that they lied about. But I truly believe that, I pray that they will, and I pray the truth comes out, but I don't have confidence that these people have the ability to admit when they're wrong. I think God's going to show everyone the truth because I have faith in Christ. These people, I just don't see them as capable of being capable of even an apology or saying they're wrong, because they have to remain in the victim position. They don't want to be in any other position but that. And you know what? I have no problem being the person that's saying I'm wrong. But in this case, I've said I'm wrong enough from responding to you. It's time for you to take action and accountability for your actions and to what you have done wrong to people, and own up and say, it's easy. All you got to do is say, I was wrong. That's all you got to do. Love you, Francesca. Love you, Lily Bell. She doesn't care about actual proof. She says that all the time, but I'm a person where your actions speak louder than your words. I've heard that woman say over and over, we're about facts over here. No, you're not. Because if you're about facts, you would have redeemed my ass a long fucking time ago. You would have cleared my name a long time ago if you were about facts. You are not about facts. You are about sympathy, and sympathy for yourself. That's what you're about. Take ownership for your actions. All of you. I'm talking to that scooter lady, the advocate lady, Mommy Rambly, all of them. You take accountability for your actions. You have spoke lies about me with no evidence. Okay? And don't use those bullshit clips where you take clips of me snapping at people or making jokes. Don't. Show us what you accused me of. That's what I want you to show.
That's what
It's
I
not
want to
going to
see.
happen. Well, you'll never see it because it's,
I know.
it's nowhere. Never happened.
I know. But I mean, if we're going to talk about videos, I'd like to talk about that one. Where is it?
Yeah. And you guys, come on. You got to be smart enough to know we are on YouTube in a community where people are consistently, they're probably streaming this right now somewhere, recording it, screen recording it. And I want to point out before we go that this supposed panel that we were accused of being on was supposed to be on Making Lemonade's channel. Now, let me tell you something about Making Lemonade's channel. During this time that this happened, it was in a time on YouTube where somebody was always taking clips from Making Lemonade's videos and posting them on a channel to paint her in a bad light. Somebody was consistently recording her, if not multiple people, each time she went live. So you mean to tell me that this happened on a panel where people would watch this channel like a hawk and record everything she did just in case something terrible happened that they can post and make her look bad? You mean to tell me that on that channel this happened and nobody has a recording of it? Bullshit.
Not only that, but speaking of the timing, Starlight and Lemonade couldn't stand each other, so those two would never have, Starlight would not have been up on Jamie's panel. Same with Breakfast. I don't know about you, if you were speaking to her at the time, but
with Jamie by then. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that Breakfast and Starlight were not. So there's no way that those two would have been on a panel with Jamie talking about anything.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when all that was happening.
Yeah. So I don't want anyone to harass this woman or them, but I would, if you go to their chats or something, I would like you to ask them to provide proof to see what they respond. Their response will tell you everything. I challenge you all to do that. Next time you see her live or something, say, hey, you know what? Do you remember when you blamed him? Do you mind showing us evidence of that? See what happens. You will get blocked on the spot. I promise you that.
I will pay anyone who can
I challenge you.
Provide that video where that panel, the very first one that started it all. I will pay if you can find that.
Hi, Rabid Dog.
Rabid Dog.
It's hard not to sympathize with MRB, but I'm afraid she is responsible for it. She just couldn't get over her own sense of entitlement and treat the small people with respect. And I agree with that. And I've seen you around Rabid Dog, and I like what I've seen.
I saw him
but
last
yes,
night.
that is my challenge to you guys. Simply ask them. Now, what they're going to do is they're either going to block you or they're going to refer you to Casbat's video that she put links of clips of me cussing people out or clips of me making jokes that are racist or whatever it is.
Did you ever joke about burying bodies?
No, Casbat has joked about on her secret TikTok. She jokes about burying bodies. If you disagree or you do something to one of her friends, she says she will be waiting, throwing the shovels in the back of the car, asking where you're going to bury the bodies. She also jokes about a dead body laying in the back of her room in the corner and saying, it's my body, I'll do what I want with it. But this is something that she has a completely different name. She has deleted this TikTok video since, but we have all of them recorded. And she wants to paint people in a bad light. She wants to sit there and talk about a family that is grieved, the Ruseks, a family that is grieved from the death of their child. And she's talking about the exact way that Shanann was put into the ground, joking about it. This is the same woman that we're talking about here that goes on panels like this on YouTube, pretending to be all perfect. No, Casbat has a very sour sense of humor, and she's talking about mine. Now, I'm not saying that that I'm against her joking like that, because I have a very wild sense of humor. I'm saying it's very hypocritical that Casbat will sit on a panel, say that I'm terrible or I joke. She talks about death threats. I want to say this before I go. Casbat talks about what you're going to see in these videos. These people did death threats towards me. And Carolyn, she's basically making a death threat in her TikTok video by saying, if you're my friend and somebody hurts you and I care about you, I'll be waiting with the shovels, throwing them in the back of the car, saying, where are we going to bury the bodies? That sounds like a death threat too. So stop being a hypocrite, Casbat.
I just want to clear this up. When we were talking about the grieving mother, no one is attacking a grieving mother. We are, if you want to call it attacking or responding to or discussing a woman who did something wrong. Okay,
yeah, and you know what?
Those things need to be separated. I said this in your last live too, but I want to say it again. The tragedy that she experienced is a separate thing from what she did. And I can't stand it whenever I see someone try to keep connecting the two. They are two separate things. So if Robbie has something to say to her, or if he wants to vent or whatever, okay, he is not attacking a grieving mother, because
Can we
that's a
reword
separate
that,
thing.
Nikki? Can we
What?
reword that? If we're going to use that term, let's look at it for what it is. If you're going to say grieving mother, then you need to call it for what it is. You should say, why is a grieving mother attacking him? Because that's what's happening. So if you're going to use that term,
Well,
I'm being attacked by a grieving mother. And also, I will upload the same way that Casbat uploaded that clip of me. I will find a way to upload the clips of all of her TikTok videos for you guys so that you can see the real Casbat. And I will upload those to a separate link like she did to me.
So the reason that I mentioned the term grieving mother is because for me, whenever I hear that, it seems like attached to that is the tragedy that she experienced. And I'm not going to like speak about that, but I don't like that. I think it's disrespectful to bring that into this. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I think that is a separate thing. That is her personal experience, but it's her attacking you is what people are talking about, is what we're talking about. And I wish that people would just keep trying to, throw that in there too, because that's not what this is about. We're not attacking. No.
Mm-hmm. But I have to go. So is there anything else you wanted to say before we go? Because I've got to leave here in like
if you are
2 minutes.
What was it we were talking last night? What did I say?
Good point. Hello, Starlight.
I said, I can't even remember what there's something I said to you last night that I wanted to repeat, but I can't remember. I got distracted by the trolls.
Love you,
I can
Clue
hear
Girl.
upstairs.
Okay, well, I love you, Nikki. Thank you for coming
I love
up.
you.
I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and I will
Bye,
call
everyone.
you when I'm in my car.
Sounds good. All right, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Love you, Nikki. And I love you, Clue Girl. Thank you guys for letting me vent. I just tried to get it out the best way I can without misbehaving or losing my shit on these people, which is what they want, because then when I do, they take clips and try to say, see, this is how terrible, or like that ignorant comment earlier. If you're able to have anger, then you're capable of doing what she accused you of. That is one of the dumbest things someone has said about this situation so far. Because again, you're not acknowledging why I'm upset. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm upset because I was lied about, and I was dragged into a situation that I had nothing to do with. I was told, and so was Hello Starlight and Breakfast and RDA and Making Lemonade, that we were on a panel bashing her tragedy. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is not true. There is no truth to that at all. And there is no proof to that lie. So the next time, before you come and you comment on my channel, or you go in and you give her sympathy and say, it's terrible what these people did to you, think about what you're saying. Yeah, you may say, it's terrible. Robbie's responding and saying mean stuff. Yeah, that is terrible, but I'm doing it for a reason, because I'm being lied about. So you got to meet me halfway here. and understand I'm doing it for a reason. Right is right. People need to start thinking for themselves. Groupthink is the root of the problem. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons that community doesn't accept me, because I don't think with the group mentality. All right. So if you guys are going to believe a lie and sit there and say, we're so sorry you're going through this, think about what you're saying. You're apologizing to somebody who's going through a hard time, but they're lying about someone while they're doing it. You're making excuses for someone lying. Remember that. Catherine, this is another thing that I've got shit about. The day that this happened, I sent Mommy Ramblings about, 10 different messages. I tried calling her phone. I tried emailing her. I sent her so many messages. Didn't get one response, but you know what people said? Why are you harassing her? Why don't you just leave her alone? I'm trying to resolve it. So, Catherine, I have tried to resolve it in every way possible. At this moment in time, it is up to Mommy Ramblings to reach out to me and respond to me reaching out to her. I have no problem working it out. I want to work it out. The reason the problem continues to go is because she's not working it out. And people are saying, well, leave her alone. She's grieving. Okay, well, in that moment of your grieving or whatever, stop lying about people. At least do that. If you have the ability to go on your channel and talk about me, then you have the ability to work it out. My email's there. After all the trouble we've been through, I still would be more than happy to work it out and say, you know what? We were both mean. I got nothing but love left, because I do have love. And that is it. All right. So the attacks really need to stop, because I'm continuing in my sobriety to have fun on here and have a great time and do things that I love and that I'm interested in. And I've been doing a good job at that. I've been doing a good job at not responding to this stuff. But today was my snapping moment. And instead of going and buying a 12-pack or something crazy stupid, I'm setting the record straight once again, but in a sober state of mind. Hey, Zav girl, good stream yesterday. So before I go, guys, Mexi is doing his live concert tonight, and I heard his Chris Watts song again today. He finished it, and it is freaking amazing. Blows Eminem out of the water, if you ask me. Yeah, she's not going to ruin me, D-Clue girl. Just sometimes you got to address things. I may not do it in the best way sometimes, but it just, you got to stand your ground. Okay, hello, Starlight. You can't just sit there and let people lie about you, especially on a huge platform, and just sit there and say, you know what, I'm not going to say anything just simply because this person's going through a hard time. No, it doesn't work like that. Where is your last comment? God, where is it at? Hello, did somebody block it? Oh, this. What MRB did is reckless. We have lives and family too. Her accusations on this platform could have put us in danger. And Hello Starlight did get death threats. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier before I saw you pop up in the chat. Hey, Russell Bailey. That she doesn't think about that. Look, if this woman got swatted like she claims she did, and she has a family and stuff, and that was, without reason, why would you put somebody else in the spotlight and in danger like that when you know that dangerous stuff like this can happen? Why would you want to do that to somebody else? The only explanation that comes to mind is if somebody's really mad or angry inside and wants to hurt you. That's the only thing that comes to mind. She does not care. Even in a tragedy, we're accountable for our character. Well, I don't understand look, and I'm not saying you can't act out of line, or maybe your emotions can be out of line. We all get like that. But to put people in danger or to lie about people, there's not an excuse for that. I think there's an excuse. You can, you're going through a hard time, tragedy or whatever. This is why your emotions are up and down. And some days you have good days and bad moments. I understand that. But there's never a reason to lie. And I can tell you the only thing I ever lied to you guys about on here was my sobriety. When I was telling you, I'd be drinking on streams, it was okay. I didn't tell you that I was getting loaded and it being a gateway to other terrible things in my life. I never told you that. And when I did, it finally felt good. And it helped me. And being open like that truly sets you free. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I heard that one, Charles. Mexi's Chris Watts song is perfection. It is. It's got the tone of like an Eminem crazy, slower, kind of dark, crazy, angry song. And it is so good. You guys are really going to like it. So thank you, Denise. All right, guys, I really do got to go. Thank you for coming up, Nikki. And I'm sorry to Hello Starlight and everybody else who has to still to this day put up with nonsense. And it just simply being the result of being lied about. So 6 months ago. Wow. 6 months ago. But you know what, though? Good job, Hello Starlight, for not letting it ruin you and to the other people. Hey, Nanya. All right, guys, I love you. And I will talk to you later. And you're welcome. And you know what? I'm not going to continue to talk about this. Today I was having a moment. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm fed up. So I'll continue back to my fun streams we've been having lately. So I'm sorry for ranting. But stop spreading lies. All right. Talk to you later, guys. Love you. Bye.